Hi, it's Randy from Dreamy Bohemian. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel for a few minutes to spend a little time with me today. I so appreciate it. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification button so that you'll get notifications when I upload a new video. I would greatly appreciate that. What I thought I would do today is come on and show you my batik journal that I made. I make these little journals and I love working in them. They're made of batik fabrics. They're just beautiful batik fabrics. They're all different and they all have different embellishments on the front. Like here is mine, and they're just so fun to work in. I fill them chock full with jelly print papers, which gives you an automatic background for that day, whatever you want to work on. It gives you it gives you freedom from the fear of that breaking that blank page, and they're just so fun to work in. It's on a small scale as well, so you're not having to fill a full page. If you're wanting to start a mini art journal or just do a challenge that takes you through a month or several days or even a full year, then these are really good for that. So I will go ahead and open mine up and show you. I have a little bit of a sore throat, so please excuse me if I have to take a sip of tea here. And I wanted to let you know, I'm going to link this mug. This seems to be everybody's favorite mug. And if you're in the group Bohodaydreams, you'll notice that Sheila will post her mug photos. And I gifted her one of these mugs, just like mine, when she came to visit. And they're so fun. There's a couple of different styles. So I'm going to link that down in the description box so that you can get your own mug like this as well. So without further ado, so here is the front and the back and the side of this little batik journal. And let me grab a ruler. Let's see, I think this is, yeah, mine is almost 2 inches in width, probably about 1 3/4. So they're nice and chunky, and there's a lot of papers in here. There's usually 4 signatures, and I think 160 pages front and back when it's all said and done. They're just tied up with some sorry ribbon for the closure. Just they really nice. They lay nice and flat when you open them up, so it's easy to work in them. You don't have to worry, about the pages and how they're going to sit. And then I just usually take something. I mean, this, like I was working in this one this morning, and then I just kind of laid this back behind there if I wanted to do some writing or something that I needed to do. Because the way that I have worked in this, it's getting a little bit, it's got, if I wanted to write on it with this page right here, and that little button is there, it's a little bit wobbly. So just get you something and put behind there, and then you'll have a nice flat surface to write on it. Super, super fun to do. So here we go. So this is a velvet, a piece of Sheila's hand-dyed velvet, and then I put some of her trim on the front, and I just coordinated it with the batik fabric. Isn't that gorgeous? It just looks like a beautiful watercolor. I am in love with these fabrics. And then on the inside, I just put a little velvet ribbon here, and then I put one of my snippets, my little clusters that I made. I made them with stamps a long time ago, and these are so fun when you want to make a lot of things ahead of time and you don't really know what you're going to do with them. You're just mass making. And so this is one of the things that I had mass made, and it fits so nicely here. A lot of times I'll do tabs on my journals, and there's not a whole lot of tabs in here, but I do have a lot of fabric in here, and I'll show you that. So I don't work in here front to back. I just work in here on whatever background I feel like working on that day. And I have been doing some jelly printing, some faux jelly printing. And if you haven't seen those videos, then I will put that link down in the description as well. But this is a leaf that came from one of my sessions where I was just experimenting. And I was putting the leaf down in the paint and then taking the paint up and then pulling the leaf up and then making a gel print out of it. And this leaf has some white left in it, and I just thought it was really pretty. And I just kind of did a little collage here. I love collaging. And I've used one of my snippet rolls, my Sorry snippet rolls. And I just cut little pieces off of it here and there. And then I put it in wherever it just needs a little zhuzhing. I love old photographs on top of collages, and sometimes I just, I'm not an art journaler per se. I haven't learned that skill yet, and so I fake it with little collages, and so that's my version of art journaling. So here, I've just got some collaging behind there, an old photograph that I cut out, and then a little piece of snippet, and then a little charm here. Some more collaging and some snippet from the snippet roll. Again, you can see I love old photographs, and I took a paint pen and I went around this. So I did a background on here, just a black background of some old construction paper, and it's kind of not bright black, it's faded, and so it went really well with this photograph. And then I just outlined that in gold. There's some more of that snippet. Just a little collage with a snippet and a little that flat back jewel here. I just put a little button inside that. Sometimes when I put the stencils in it, these are some Klimt stencils that have the swirls in them. I love to write inside the swirls, and that's really fun. And nobody can really follow what you're saying there, so it's kind of like hidden journaling almost. I mean, they can see a little bit, but they really can't tell what order it goes in. So if anybody is looking in your journal, they just kind of see the writing, but you'll know what it means. And then this is a page where I just put some fibers on, and I kind of have to zhuzh it up a little bit. It gets smushed in here sometimes. But then I put a cute little picture of this little boy and girl on some scrap paper, and put a little flower inside this little snippet roll piece. And sometimes I just love the page and the color that it's presenting. And I love dark blue, and I just thought that turned out so beautiful just with that stark white against that. Oops, it's sticking to my finger. There's some more, there's a little bit of Bible journaling in there. Some of my favorite Bible verses. Just a saying that I liked when I saw it. This is some of Sheila's hand-dyed lace, and then some of her trim. And I just liked the yellow. There's a little picture of a little doggy. Isn't he adorable? With another little snippet from my snippet roll. So you'll kind of see a pattern here. It's actually, I stapled that on. I didn't even glue that, and that's really fun. I used Tim Holtz's little mini stapler thing that I love. Those little staples are so cute. I'll put that in the description too, so you know what I'm talking about. But it's not cheating per se, but it's just so easy, and it gives this really beautiful boho vibe, depending on the colors that you use. And I use all colors, so I kind of get a mishmash You can kind of see there on the edge. And so I just write here, and then I got a picture here. I'm hoping my dog isn't going to bark. I think my husband's pulling up. So. I love putting some lace on here too. Yep, there he goes. There's some antique lace. Oh, just a little piece that I had. You know, I don't really throw away my scraps. I always make them into snippet rolls or little clusters or things like that. So don't ever underestimate your scraps. But isn't this fun? Those girls look like they're just in the water. I don't know if they fell in or what, but they're just so cute. I love looking online for old photographs. They are so, so fun. And so you'll see that, you know, there's several pages that I haven't worked in, and it just hasn't hit me for that page to work on it yet. And sometimes I don't have time to do a whole lot, and I'll just come and put a little tab on here. You know, it's just the little things. Got some more snippet roll on here because I thought the colors went really well with that stencil. There's another old picture. The notation on the back of this photo says this girl is like 10 years old. She looks like she's 30 there, but I guess when I looked at it closer, I was like, yeah, I guess maybe that's a lot easier for a 10-year-old than a 30-year-old. And then, you know, sometimes a little saying with the picture just makes it fun. And that picture, that page is so pretty. So here I've done some gold leaf. I just put some glue in through a stencil, and then I put the gold leaf on top of it. You can do that with gold flakes as well. And then I just put a moon here. I think it was a pin, and I cut the pin off of the back. So it turned out really pretty. Some purple with a little broken earring, or you know, that I had with some more of that lace. The cutest picture of this little boy. This little photograph was so small, and I just loved it. And I just put, I just kind of tried to bring everything all together. Usually on my pages, I'm either going opposite or in the same color family. And I put just an old piece of paper back there that I had, like some brown craft paper, and I lined it with that gold pen. You can do that with metallic paint as well if you don't have a gold pen. And here I just put a belly band with a photograph in there. Isn't that gorgeous? And then I put some lace and then a little bling on there just for some fun. And then I could slide something in the back of here as well. Okay, so I totally had to turn the video off. The dogs went crazy, and my husband came in, and look, y'all, he brought me some little dandelions. They're so cute. So anyway, back to this. Oh, and I went and I grabbed the little mini attacher, or the tiny attacher from Tim Holtz. Look at these little itty bitty staples. Aren't they the cutest? It made see how tiny they are when you staple with them. You can't hardly see them, but they're cute. And so it's so easy. It's just fun. I don't know. It just provides another little dimension to what you're working in. So here I just have my favorite Bible verse, and again, some more pages that I haven't worked in yet. And then another one of these old photographs, 1930, some girls on the beach. And here I put some sari silk on the side and let it hang over, and did some lace and just a little piece of bling. Here I just did some washi tape. This is kind of a crazy page. I was just kind of experimenting a little bit down there. I don't know what I'll do with that, the remainder of it. And then here I have put a little ruffle with some beautiful, very thin cotton fabric, some vintage fabric. And then I did have a lot of notes in here, but I kind of did the things. But so when I go through, um, according to whatever's on the page, I'll have a little idea. And so I'm going to put a layered butterfly in the center of here, like a fussy cut out a butterfly, and it'll be in a couple layers. And then when you open up this page, the butterfly will pop out. And I thought that would be really pretty. I haven't done that yet. I've got to download some butterfly images. And I do some gold leaf. I just love that. I did it over there on that other page as well. I love that stencil. I think that's Pebbles. That's a Lavinia stencil. And here is just a saying that I liked. Haven't worked much in this back part. I think this is the first page I did, and I wasn't really sure what direction I was going with this little journal. And you know how things just change, and your ideas change, and the way that you want to work in something changes. And so kind of started out a little on the Victorian side, but clearly didn't end up that way. It's just a little tab with, just super simple. And I'm probably going to go back and sew a lot of details on these pages. I didn't do that yet, but I love to do that. It's like when I don't know what to do, I'll go back and do the little details. So a lot of times I don't even finish a whole page all at one time. I'll just, if I have 5 or 6 photographs, I will go through and decide where I want to put them, and then stick them in there. And then I'll go one by one and figure out what that photograph needs on that page. And then I'll put that down. And then, I might go back and I might journal on that same page. But so this is never really finished in my mind. A page, I might go back and do a lot to a page. But so this is kind of just a base start, where my eye thought that I needed, this peach color on here. And so that's what I did. And if you don't have a clue where to start, that's a great place to start. And then the ideas kind of start flowing from there. Like I said, I haven't worked very much in this yet. Isn't that red gorgeous? Here's some more of that, those fibers. I always have to zhuzh it up when I get to that page. But, I just put some tissue paper down here that I had jelly printed with some embossed paper. I might not be done. I don't know. And then I'm just, this is a ruby and pearl prayer card. I think it's just from one of her collage pages, and I just thought it would make a pretty tag in here. And all I did was staple this sari on top of here, and no gluing, no punching a hole, so you don't have to have a bunch of supplies to work this way. And I did glue it onto the back of something a little more sturdy. I think just some packaging that I had laying around. And then I love black and white, and I love polka dots, and so I wanted some polka dots in here. And so I just did that on the edge, and I may go back and do it some more in here because it's really hard to see on the back. But I just slipped a little picture of this church, this really old photograph of this church. I don't even know where it is, but I just thought it was so cool. It's got little dots around it. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's birds. I don't know if it's something that got on the photograph. Anyway, I just thought it was really cool. So I just kind of stuck that in there because I'm not real 100% sure what I wanted to do with it yet, but it is, I thought I would want to put it on that page. You could add a pocket in here if you wanted to, you know, all kinds of things. But that is just how I work in mine. And it, I know, I don't know if this is going to come through on video, but you can see all the really pretty colors coming out of there and the texture. And they come with these beads on them, the Batik journals do. And that to me is like the icing on the cake. And I've actually got a little bead that I put in here on that page just so it would dangle off down in here. I love beads, absolutely love them. So anyway, so thank you so much for sharing this little flip through with me. And I was going to tell you too, I don't know if you've noticed, but I've got a different table. This is isn't as gorgeous. This is paper and it looks like marble. And I searched and searched and searched on Amazon for something that wasn't shiny. And so, you know how when you're videoing, it'll pick up on that glare or whatever. So I found this roll and it is gorgeous. And I got enough to probably do 2 or 3 of my tables. And so it's matte and it's waterproof. Now I did buy a cover for it, like an acrylic thing, covering that you can roll out over it. So when I work on it, so I won't mess it up. But I'm loving this, and I thought you guys might love it too. So I'm going to link this in the description box just in case you want to take a look at this. You can get different widths and lengths. I think I got the 24 inches by maybe 358 or 364, some weird inches or whatever, because I wanted a lot of it, and it's not very expensive either. So thank you so much again for hanging out with me. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.